you'll be able to have kind of a one-stop shop for all the resources and programs that help a business. Once you've signed up for your profile, you'll be asked to go in there once. Cynthia Jaramillo, our Economic Development Director for the City of Albuquerque, have agreed to put the City of Albuquerque's procurement through the procurement analysis tool. It's in the final rounds of the contract, and I have to applaud their efforts, because it's always hard to be the prototype. It's always hard to be the first one in. But I guarantee you this small investment is going to reap massive rewards. And so I want to present this actually to Mayor Keller, who has made small business support a staple of his economic development. You know, you're always cautious about the next administration and whatnot. And in the many conversations that I've had with Mayor Keller, at the time he was candidate Keller, he talked about how he was going to support small business, and he has made true on every single one of the promises that I heard. And so I tip my hat to you. I am so grateful as a small business owner that you're doing everything you can to support us. So thank you very much.
Thank you. Awesome. This is great. I love it. I love you.
Well, no, we would like you to say something.
Nice. Okay, I didn't know. Okay. Great. All right, well, firstly, thank you so much. I very much appreciate it. And I certainly want to recognize, I think, a couple of things. And then first, let me just acknowledge that next up is drinks and celebrating and socializing. So we won't do this too long. But this does mean a lot. I got to tell you, this is something I know some of you in the room I've worked with now almost 10 years on how we make local business more accessible to government contracts. Going back to when I was a state senator and the small business preference or the in-state business preference, and then even as auditor looking at this and now as mayor. And so, you know, our goal is to really try and figure out how to make this happen, but also not wait for systematic change. We want that. But we also want to do this one contract at a time. And I know you heard earlier from our Chief of Staff, Santiago Chavez, about that. And Jesse, who's running this, is our CPO. These are all the folks who are making this happen. So I'm grateful to have a team behind me as well. And, you know, I would just say that in terms of buy local, we are just getting started. I literally just got a list of 20 more contracts that we think we can swap out locally. And that's awesome right there. I mean, it's 20 more. We announced today that we are going to create the city's first ever JTIP program. For those of you who know what that is, we call it here an increment of one, but it's going to be, we've asked council for $1 million to put into a fund that then will help you pay for half of the cost of hiring one more person for a small local growing business. And so this is a proven model at the state level. We're going to roll out at the city level. And so these are the kinds of things we're working on where I really believe we're just getting started. And so I want to thank, too, the folks for putting this together, and Chris for all your work with small businesses and trying to make sure that we have not only venues to get together and get to know each other, but also business to do with each other. And so you've been great to work with. Thank you so much. Awesome. Yeah, I appreciate it.
So let's take a picture. I want to say thank you again for taking a chance with WeConnect New Mexico. Thanks for all your work. And we will just take a picture, and then we will let you all get to drinking.